today and I've come out for a little trip in the van and decided that now is as good a time as any to show you guys a little van tour. So this is Trixie, my camper van that I've been building. And loads of people on Instagram have asked to see in the back and to have a little look at what the progress has been like so far. So come take a look. Okay, welcome to the back of the van. She is a 2010 Ford Transit and she's got a pretty cool story. She's an ex-AA vehicle, so on the inside there's a lot of yellow. And the reason I wanted to go for her size and shape was I didn't want anything to be too tall. I really love some of the vans that you can stand up in, but there's a few car parks that I knew I wanted to travel in that have got height restrictions, so I wanted to keep the height relatively low. I love the fact that she's got a tailgate boot because I have stayed in vans before that have had the doors open sideways and I felt like the views were a little bit restricted, and I like the fact that when her boot opens you can see everything, and it also provides a bit of shelter from the rain and the wind as well. So I've had her for over a year now, and I've been pretty terrible at documenting the conversion so far. So I thought I'd do a tour to show you all the work that's gone into her and what's been done, and then I can update you as things go. When I first got her, she was complete blank canvas, and that was really important to me because I wanted to have a chance to design the interior the way I wanted it to be. I didn't want anything that was partially converted because I wanted to decide where everything was going to go. So the first few days were spent cleaning her out. I covered up any potential rusty spots with some anti-rust paint and then insulated, and used insulation that was recycled plastic bottles, which I thought was pretty cool. And I've actually used double insulation, so there's some plastic bubble wrap type stuff, and I'm sure I can find the name and link down in the comments, that I've used kind of as sound deadening as well. So it's double insulated, keep it nice and toasty. And then the exciting part of planning the layout. And because it's a short wheelbase, it was really important to make sure that I made the best use of the space that I had. I really wanted it to be a social space so people could come in and sit in with me and take shelter from the wind and the rain and have food and play card games. But I also wanted to make sure I had a decent amount of storage, which is why I went for the U shape that I've got, because I've got storage under all the benches. It's a really nice place to sit. You can sit a decent number of people in here, but it also then converts into a really good sized double bed because I like to starfish. Okay, so on to the electrics. Up here is the electric panel, which helps me to control all of the things that are going on. All the electrics are put in behind the wooden cladding, and then we've got a few switches that do different things. So this one shows how much charge is left on the leisure battery, which is all under here. These two link to the USB plugs that are on either side of the van for charging phones and things like that. And then this one controls the lights. And my favourite thing about the lights is the dimmer switch over here, so you can change how bright they are, which is really cool. And then over here is the control panel for the diesel heater. This is also stored under here, and then the diesel is just here, you can see, so it can be filled up really, really easily. And to get to all the battery and the diesel heater, you have to lift up this little kitchen area and you can get into the storage bit underneath. So I've already moved the back cushion from there, and then all I need to do to be able to access the bit underneath is to move this main cushion out of the way, and then I can really easily lift off this section here. And under here I've hidden all of my kitchen-y stuff, my toaster. And this is a really useful shield, which I can get out in a sec, that goes around the top of the cooker. And then under here is all of the exciting wiring stuff. Okay, so here we have the battery. I would love to be able to say that I did all of this all by myself, but I recruited some help from friends and family to be able to get all this sorted. So the battery has all been secured in by little bits of wood, and then it connects by an alternator to the battery of the van. So when the van's charging, it charges the leisure battery as well, which is brilliant. And then this is access to all the fuses and things here. So if there was ever any problems, any shortages, I can get to it really, really easily, and probably ask someone else to help me with that too. And then just over to the right there is the diesel heater with the hose that comes out the front, separated by a little bit of wood so that it doesn't interfere with the battery at all. But it just means it's really easy to get to all of this stuff if anything ever were to go wrong. But I would definitely recommend getting the diesel heater for sure. It was about £90 off eBay. And because I wanted to be able to go out in the van all year round, I didn't want to be freezing cold. So it's been a godsend in the colder weather for sure. Okay, so on this side is just one of the first bits of storage. This bit doesn't actually lift up. This one's all secured, but you can access it from the back of the van, which I'll show you in a second. But this is a really useful, longer space to store all of my chairs and things that take up a little bit more room. So you can kind of see them just slotted in down there. And then you can see in the middle here is kind of like a bridge space. A lot of the U-shaped designs I saw online that kind of gave me the inspiration for this van had a solid storage bit there, which I think is great. It's a great use of space, but I needed to know that I had the option to store things like my paddleboard and things that might take up a little bit more room. So that's nice and open, so I can slide other longer bits down straight through the van. So that's been really, really useful. On this side is the other bench seating bit here. All of this under here is also storage. This bit lifts up, which I'll show you in a second. And this is where I've chosen to put food, other cooking resources, and then you can shove towels and things down there as well. So I'm now over by the sliding door. This is a sliding door just here. This is eventually going to come out and be a window. It's not going to stay looking like this forever. But this part of the bench lifts up on hinges, so it's really easy to access. I've just folded the foam from the bench backwards. It's in two pieces, so we can get into that really easily. And in here is just the pantry area. So there's loads of food in here, cooking utensils, kitchen roll, anything that you might need. It's all kind of long life stuff, so I've got pasta pots and noodles and things in here, but most of it is organised into plastic containers, which makes it really easy to lift out rather than just rummaging through it all. So I've got tubs that have got various different bits and bobs in, crisps, cereal bars. While this bit's folded back, I just wanted to show you the foam for the cushions. These were all custom made to fit the size of the van from GB Foam. And then the covers for them are actually just elastic seating covers from Amazon. They're made to fit various different seating sizes. So I just selected the ones that were closest to the size of the foam that we've got, and then they just fit really nicely around the outside, which is great because it means they can be taken off and run through the wash and replaced if need be. So this is the table in the upright position. It's the same bit of wood that when you take the pole out from underneath, it just goes flat to make the bed. So it's a really decent size. It needs a bit of sanding and painting, but yeah, you can fit a decent number of people around the outside. So this is what I meant when I said the van has a tailgate back. It kind of opens up that way rather than that way, which is great for sheltering in the bad weather, but also one of the plans I've got for this is to maybe put like a shower curtain in the back and get a little portable camping shower, so that in the summer when I've been in the sea or I've been boarding, I can then wash off before I get in the van. So yeah, big plans for that. Also, one of the things I really wanted when designing this van is I wanted to have a space to cook outside. So at the back here is a built-in little table that slides out, so you can put the gas cooker or anything really on here, so when the weather's nice you can cook or entertain from outside the van. It just means there's a little bit more space, because obviously with it being a short wheelbase there's only so much you can do inside, so I thought it was good to make use of the outside space as well. This bit here is the bench that goes down to where the diesel heater and the leisure battery are. So in here I've got like a dry bag that has loads of bedding and clothing and things in, just to keep it nice and dry. And then also I've got a couple of camping chairs. Of course I pulled out the broken one. And there's two of those and a kid's one under that. It all just fits under really nicely. Just wanted to point out the best bit of the van, the bottle opener on the side of the bench. Because who wants to be rummaging for a bottle opener when you want a drink in the summer? Welcome mat. Yeah, there's a welcome mat that says hello to stop it from getting muddy, but it still gets muddy. It just looks cute. The camping stove I've got, it actually needs an upgrade. I want to get one that's got a double burner on it. But this is just a really cheap one that I've had for years and years from Amazon. I wanted to originally get some magnetic strips on here so that I could keep it out there permanently and it would just kind of rest on there. But it's easy enough to put it in and out of the case. And then I just got these off Amazon as well. They're just like little heat-proof mats, and they can work as oven mitts too. So they go on there, and then I can never get this open. I've tried to make sure that all of the all the cooking stuff that I've got doubles up as camping stuff too. So I could put big saucepans and stuff on here, but it takes up loads more space. And also this all folds down really small, so if I wanted to go wild camping, I can just take the same stuff with me rather than having to pack twice. One of them is still in the kitchen from the last trip. But yeah, all sets up really nicely and easily. So now that most of the building is done, I'm slowly personalising it and adding cute things. Got a couple of shelves with bits and bobs in, a book, obviously, so that I can put phones and stuff on there when I'm sleeping, or just organise things a little bit nicer. There's the shelf above the cooker that's got a few like mugs in and a plant because it's cute, and blankets because I'm always cold. But yeah, there's a few things on the list next. I want to put a swivel seat in the passenger seat side just to make more seating areas for people to come and sit in. There's the window on the side of the door. I really want to get a roof rack because I have this like dream of being sat by a lake, reading a book on the roof, watching the water and the sunset. That's the goal. So yeah, these are the next few steps, but thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the little tour. I hope you'll stick around. It's a really loud dog over there. And yeah, thank you so much. Drop us a like, subscribe, follow, all those wonderful YouTubey things. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Are we working? Is this on? Is this working? Everything's flashing. It's good. This is my van. Okay, we're just testing to see if you can see and hear, and if it looks okay, and see what you think, and if I'm happy with where I'm sitting. Let's just see what that looks like. So here we are in the back of the camper van. She is a 2012, no, she's not 2012. She's a 2010 Ford Transit. 2010. She's a girl, she likes to make herself younger. Ah, that's good. The heater's making too much noise. No, I don't know if that made any sense.